How are we doing, everybody? How is everybody? I can see people joining, but I can't see who's joining yet because I've got loads of windows open in the way of my iPad here. So let's move this up. Warren's here. I've just seen him bobbing around. Let's move this up. Fanny's here. Did I see Sam a second ago? I've seen there's people joining. Quick smart. We've got Alex here as well. Good evening, Alex. Good evening, everybody. Oh man, we've been getting technical tonight. I've been testing out Facebook Live earlier. Good evening, Kat. Hello, Sam. Yeah, thanks to those who were in the Facebook group before helping me test out Facebook Live. Try to take things up a little level. Normally you can only Facebook Live from your phone, from your mobile, and I've now been trying to figure out a way to Facebook from my Mac, which you can't see, which is behind this iPad here, so that I can then show you slides digitally as opposed to like this. Although, who likes the paper slides? I like the paper slides as well. Anna says keeps breaking up. Anna, it could be your connection to Periscope. X out and then come back in just in case. Sam says she likes paper. Anyone else having problems? It's that doing it for Alex as well. Let us know. It looks all right from where I am because Periscope's servers are like everywhere in the world. Depending on who you've hooked up to and who I've hooked up to, it's going to be different. So so let us know what's going on. Chris is here as well. Chris, what's the connection like for you? Let me know before we start tonight. If it does keep freezing and stuff, I'll X out and I'll start again. Chris says it's all good. Connection is great, says Fanny. Okay, so yeah, it's luck of the draw, guys. Unfortunately, to which server you connect to. So if that ever happens in the future, yeah, just X out. For those who haven't got a clue who I am, people joining this for the first time, or people who are watching this on the replay, I appreciate you for watching it on the replay, or if you're watching this on Twitter, don't forget to send me a little reply. Let me know what you think of the scope. My name's Ross, I'm an actor and I'm a voiceover artist from Manchester in the UK. Scope twice a week, and on a Monday night, which is tonight, or maybe not tonight, depending on when you're watching the replay, we do something called motivation and mind hacks. Now, a lot of people watching on the scope, they're actors, but this stuff applies to everybody regardless of what your career is. So if you're inspired by this, or you find there's some little nuggets of information that are useful for you, please share this with your friends on social media, because it applies to everybody. We are looking at tonight 7 ways. Good evening, Carol. Carol is here as well. 7 ways to hack your brain's chemicals for more happiness, basically, guys. So you can literally hack your brain to feel better, right? And who doesn't want a bit more of that? Who doesn't want to feel a little bit better about everything in their lives? Give me some names of some feel-good chemicals that you might have heard of. You might not understand them, you might not know what part of the brain they come from, you might not know what they're responsible for, but give me some names of chemicals that you think sound good. Okay, this sounds great, Anna says. Serotonin, absolutely, boom. Dopamine, says Alex, absolutely. Yeah, so we've got oxytocin. There's oxytocin, which I'm familiar with, but maybe oxytocin is one. I don't know. I'm not proclaiming to be a professor, and I know more, but oxytocin is the bonding chemical. It's the love chemical, the cuddle chemical, the one that's what Vishal means. Yeah, good effort though. Fair play, because that was one until I started studying this. I would never have had a clue of. But yeah, oxytocin's a great one. Anna loves cuddles. Well, that's because it releases oxytocin, the bonding chemical. So we're going to be looking at that tonight. So yeah, so these are 7 ways. I've got to give a shout out to someone called Debbie Hampton as well from Lifehack, who created a few articles on this, and I kind of cherry picked the best bits. So big shout out to her. I'm not professing to say this is always my stuff. This is me reading stuff, learning from it, and then passing that information on to you. So yeah, 7 ways, guys, to hack your brain's happiness chemicals. Some of these are so simple as well and are dead straightforward. And some of them you can even do on the scope tonight. I can see a lot of chatter here that Warren's had his show reel done by Chris. I'm excited to see the scenes here, Warren. Chris Stone, director, on here. You might see my interview with him on actsonthis.tv. If you haven't, go over to actsonthis.tv, particularly if you're an actor, and watch it. It's filmed 2 showreel scenes with Warren, who's on the scope tonight, and I think Sam was in them. Were you in one, Sam, or two, or were you doing them both together? Or how is that working out for you? Let us know. And did you enjoy some feel-good chemicals on set with Chris? Warren says, yes, had a brilliant day today. Amazing. I heard you were fighting a bit of the weather though. Sam was in the second scene, says Chris. Yeah, you're fighting the weather and some scallies. That's the one problem, innit, when you get a camera out, suddenly scallies just seem to congregate around you and try and put you off every single take because they've got nothing better to do. If you do that, give the scallies some feel-good chemicals. You might have heard, who was it? Was it Tony Blair or David Cameron a while back? The whole hugger hoodie campaign. But it might just work, guys, because one way to hack your neurotransmitters is literally to do just that. Number one, the simplest I could possibly think of, is give or get a hug. Who likes having a hug? It's pretty good, isn't it? A long hug, this is the science, right? I'm a geek, you know I love the science, so this is why I'm dressing this up with science now. But a long hug releases the neurotransmitter oxytocin, which is what Vishal was talking about at the beginning. The bonding hormone, which calms down your amygdala. That's another part of your brain. Get used to these words, guys. You'll sound proper educated in conversations. Your amygdala, and that's the fear alarm. Like that's the part of your brain that's associated with kind of fight and flight and just panic. And it just makes you feel warm and fuzzy, doesn't it, having a hug? So it calms down your amygdala. It releases oxytocin, so it helps you bond with people. Widely referred to as the love hormone. Group hug and are saying it. Oxytocin has also been dubbed the cuddle chemical, morale molecule, and the bliss hormone due to its effects in behaviour, including its role in love. So you ain't falling in love unless you're being flooded with oxytocin. So if you're single and you wanna find a girlfriend or a boyfriend, the key is just get a bottle of oxytocin and like you were going to douse the place and set it on fire, fling it all over them, and when they're covered in it they're going to be like, oh, this is just amazing, I'll be your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Obviously it's not as easy as that. I don't think you can buy bottles of oxytocin, but that would be nice, wouldn't it? Barbu's here. Good evening, Barbu. So yeah, so that's number one. Pretty simple, isn't it? Proper simple. You either give or get a hug, and the longer the hug, the longer the release of oxytocin, so that's going to make you just feel better. It will raise morale. It's going to calm down that amygdala part of your brain, your fear centre, and it's going to make you feel nice. So that's pretty good. Give me some hearts if you like that. There's loads of hearts coming on. It's good, isn't it? This is science, kids. This is real science shit, all right? This isn't just me being airy-fairy going, go and give everyone a hug. There's real science behind this. Barbu, she's my wife. We had a baby. That's how we know about oxytocin. What, Vishal and Barbu are a couple? No way. You've been coming on the scopes forever and I didn't know anything about this. Oh my God. Can we have a round of applause for Vishal and Barbu? That's amazing. You're not winding me up. This isn't just a joke. Because that's like, this is the best. This is the best. Literally, guys, we've had a marriage on Periscope. This is immense. I love this. Good, well, fair play. Oh my God, says Fanny. We never knew all this time. So what do you do on Periscope? You're like watching from different rooms, or you're in different places, or how is this all working for you? But that's amazing. Round of applause. Absolutely amazing. You basically flooded each other with oxytocin. That's how it works. Congratulations, says Carol. No, we are both together with the baby. Immense. I mean, see, this is what blows my mind about what we do here, is that literally kind of like, we just have no idea, do we? The people who are watching and the people you can reach via social media. Well, amazing. I hope the baby's amazing. And hopefully when the baby's old enough, baby can tune in to Periscope in about 18 years when I'm probably still on here, an old man going, right, everybody, go and hug somebody. But yeah, that's amazing. Well done. Congrats. Absolutely amazing. So that was number one. We've got 6 more, guys. 6 more hacks. The next one I know you're all going to love. And unfortunately, right now, this is quite difficult. I don't quite know how... what's Hannah saying here? Baby making while on Periscope. Baby will do a great Alan Partridge. Yep, we'll do a great Alan Partridge impression. If the baby wants to be an Alan Partridge fan, I'm your #1 impersonator. Easy peasy. Right, the next one, this is hard, guys, because you've got to get out in the sun. One thing we are not having in the UK right now is sun. So this is pretty difficult, and I'm not a fan of sunbeds, so don't do that. That's really bad. Bright sunlight helps boost the production of serotonin. Someone already mentioned that chemical before. In your brain, serotonin is essential in maintaining mood balance, and a deficit of serotonin can lead to depression. So that's why, you know, like this SAD, seasonal affective disorder, is like genuine. You can get seasonal affective disorder lamps that almost flood you with artificial sunlight at the same wavelength as the sun. I'm in Poland at the moment, says Alex. 30 degrees today, just saying. Whatever, Alex. We're getting rain and terrible weather in the UK, Manchester right now. But yeah, but it's real, and this is why, I mean, it's cliched, isn't it? But how much better does everybody feel when it's sunny? And you know, you get in a taxi or something like that, and the taxi driver's like, everyone's in such a good mood today. People talk to each other, people smile at each other down the road, because their bodies are releasing, well, their brain is releasing the neurotransmitter serotonin. So make an effort to get outside on your lunch break if you're currently working your day job. All right, you know, go for a walk on a sunny day, or take a break and just step outside to soak up the sun. Sunlight also improves the release of melatonin. Okay, that's another hormone which helps you sleep better at night. So you can't get them in this country because it's illegal to deal in hormones, but you can actually buy in America melatonin shots that you down. You drink them like little Yakult kind of probiotic shots in America, and people drink them before bed, and it makes them fall asleep. Now, if you are staying up late and you're taking in artificial light, which I'm taking in loads of right now, that's blue light, effectively blue wavelength light, and that stops the production of melatonin. So normally what would happen is when it starts getting dark, you know, our bodies start to produce melatonin, and then after a few hours our production of melatonin is in full flow. We feel sleepy, and we get off to sleep, and we have a really nice deep sleep. This day and age, we're literally on our phones till the minute we decide to fall asleep. You're getting blue light all the time, and then that stops your melatonin production. So your melatonin production only begins now, like literally for most people, when they fall asleep. So it never gets into full flow really, or you end up with just a couple of hours of it in full flow. If you want to have more melatonin, you can buy orange glasses, which are called blue blockers, and they're going to be a way in this country to improve your melatonin levels. In the States, you can just buy shots of it, but if you want to improve melatonin levels and you're in the UK or in Europe, I don't think you can buy it anywhere in Europe, you can get some blue blockers. Just search on the internet for blue blocking light glasses. You look a little, well, you look cool actually, some of them look really cool, but that will stop you from taking in the blue light, and it's going to help you drift off to sleep faster. You'll also notice on your iPhone now something called Night Shift, and you can get apps for your iPad and your MacBook called Flux and things like that, and it puts an orange tint over everything, and you can set the time. So I'd say after 10 o'clock I want it to be all with orange tint, stops that blue light again. Bit more science. Can you wear them to bed? Well, you can, Anna, but if you rolled over, you'd probably like crush them. What the idea would be is to put them on at say 8 o'clock, or maybe 2-3 hours before you go to bed, and then your production of melatonin is already increasing, so you're going to feel naturally more tired, as opposed to who gets into bed after being on the computer or watching Netflix or being on their phone and maybe lies there for like an hour before they sleep, because you're not producing melatonin and you're still pretty wired. The app, Fanny, is called Flux, F-L-U-X, and you get it for your Mac, your PC. I've got it for my MacBook. I wonder if I can show you it now. I'll just show you very quickly how this works. I'm sure you'll have seen it on your iPad. So Flux here, it should be set to like after 8:30 or something. Just turn yourself on. I don't know if it's going to. It wants to do an update. Let me quit it and just put it on. So this is my MacBook, just normal. Okay, see it's all white, and there's Chris Stone's interview. She's there, and then if I turn Flux on, hopefully it's updated now. If I've got an internet connection on this. Where are you, Flux? There you are. Flux options. Don't know what Flux is doing now. It's taking loads of time up and is updating. What's it doing? 8 o'clock from when I wake up. Basically, right? Basically, I'm in the Flux options here. It's telling me that the sun is up, and that's probably because my computer's not online, so it still thinks it's like it's daytime. But yeah, so it would put an orange tint over everything, and then you're not having that blue light, Fanny. I'll show you properly sometime, or I'll write an article on it. But Flux, exactly spelled like that, yes. So that was number 1 and number 2. So number 1 was give a hug or get a hug, releases oxytocin. Get out in the sunshine for a flood of serotonin, okay? 3, who does this? Because I've been banging on about it for months, years. It's all about journaling, writing down your gratitude stuff, anything like that. Basically putting down your feelings on paper, all right? It kind of works saying them, but it's better if you can put them on paper. So studies have shown that linguistic processing of emotions, so talking about it or writing it down, produces less amygdala activity. Again, that's the alarm center of your brain, so it helps you feel less distressed. A calmer amygdala means a happier, less anxious you. So you just put it down on paper. There's, you know, that whole cliche of, you know, a problem shared is a problem halved. Talk about your feelings, talk to people, don't keep things bottled up. True science behind it. Again, it's going to calm the amygdala down. If you keep that bottled up inside yourself and you're anxious about an audition, or you're anxious about a job, or you're anxious about a relationship, or you're anxious about your health or anything like that, just going to set this alarm center off ringing completely, and you just bottle it up inside, and that's going to raise your stress levels. It's going to raise cortisol levels in your body. You don't want cortisol. Fanny, you should be feeling very serene after your weekend, says Anna. Well, I don't know what you did over the weekend, Fanny, but hopefully you are feeling serene. So that's number 3. That's a quick one. Put your feelings down on paper. So journal, right? Write down a little diary, 1 paragraph a day. Write down 3 things that you're grateful for. If it's things that are, you know, going wrong in your life, or, you know, appear to be going wrong, then write those down as well, because it's going to help you kind of figure those out. It's, you know, putting stuff down on paper, it feels good, doesn't it? Just feels good. When you're even writing a to-do list, it gets all that panic out of your brain, because you're like, actually, I know what I've got to do, rather than all these things just whirring around. So that was point number 3. Point number 4, we all like to do this. This is why nostalgia feels so good, and why people can sell you retro stuff that reminds you of your youth. Chris Stone, I know you bought some Lego from Ghostbusters in 1984. I think I was 2 at the time. Was it 1984, Chris, when that Ghostbusters came out? Because it's nostalgic, it makes you feel good. Number 4 is remember some happy memories. Okay, so according to in-depth studies, just thinking about happy times boosts serotonin levels again. Okay, in your brain. Serotonin is necessary as well for the healthy function of your prefrontal cortex, and that's the executive. Okay, that's the thing that controls your self-reflection and your emotions. Yeah, try visualizing a joyful time in detail, or even better, write it down, tie it in with number 3. It's going to be like a double whammy for you if you're writing about emotions that feel great. So again, yeah, remember some happy memories. Give me what. Can anybody kind of like quickly think of like a super happy memory that they've had? Or it could be recent, could be like from a long time ago, it could be from when you were a kid, you know, anything like that at all. I remember going on a game show and winning lots of money, but that's just shallow and not remotely nostalgic at all. Day my babies were born, says Anna. Yeah, it's an amazing day. Yeah, think about that. Holidays in Cornwall. I had so many holidays in Cornwall, Sam, as a kid. Literally, my mum was petrified of going anywhere where there was insects. So we were never allowed on a plane. We were never allowed at any hot countries. We just had to go to Cornwall and Devon every single year. But it was amazing. Learned to surf for a decade. It was fantastic. Very fond memories of me, my mum, my dad and my brother in Cornwall. What was the game show? Oh, it was a game show, Alex, called Win My Wage. It was many moons ago, but it was pretty good. Yeah, well, you know, it's not as nice as the memories of Cornwall and Devon, but it was nice to go on and win a bit of cash. So that was number 4. Remember some happy times, some happy emotions. Remember some happy memories. Number 5. Who managed the cold shower challenge? Give me some hearts or give me some yeses if you did that. I still do it to this day, and I don't know. Well, you know, I think it's improved me. It wakes me up anyway in the morning. The cold shower challenge, Anna. She's saying what? Yeah, the cold shower challenge. Only once or twice a week, says Fanny. It's basically, Sam still does it. It's not like where you just have to get into a shower that's freezing cold, effectively. I mean, you can do that if you're a warrior and you're well hard. I'm not at that level, but what you do at the end of your warm shower is just turn the temperature down gradually until it's just cold, okay, it's freezing cold water, and stand under it for 30 seconds. What it does is it activates a lot of physiological processes in your body. One of them is it will burn brown fat. Brown fat is the fat inside your body which determines heat, you know, keeping you warm. The only way you can lose that fat is by requiring it to keep you warm. So you can lose up to 9 pounds a year by just having like a cold shower for 2 minutes every single morning. No exercise, no healthy eating, just have a cold shower at the end of your warm shower, and you'll lose weight. But yeah, this next one is actually about a nerve in particular in your nervous system that cold water stimulates and makes you feel good. So what we do here, you don't need to have a shower. Number 5 is just splash cold water on your face. Okay, so you don't need to have the full shower. Seriously, find a sink, fill your hands with cold water and rinse your face. Who's had to do this at times and you've just been a bit stressed, or you know, you just feel like you need to wake up? Okay, doing this will slow down your heart rate by indirectly stimulating your vagus nerve, okay, not Las Vegas, which regulates a variety of vital bodily functions, including your heartbeat and the muscles used to breathe, okay? This nerve also controls the chemical levels in your digestive system, which greatly affect mood and health. You know, when you got a dodgy stomach, you don't feel great, do you? So a bit of cold water on the face is great for calming you down, slowing your heart rate down, slowing your breathing down. Okay, so that's another way you can hack your nervous system to feel better. Next one, number 6, I've only got 2 more. This is one of my favourite ones. I love it. I don't have any at the moment, but spend time with a pet. Who's got any pets? Let me know if you've got a pet. My cat's having put down last December, bless him. He was very old though, he's 19. Not had a dog for years, but I love pets. Yeah, just stroking your pet, or even someone else's pet. Don't kidnap the pet. You know, just bob round for a minute. It increases oxytocin, that's your bonding chemicals, endorphins, they're the feel-good chemicals, and dopamine levels in your brain as well. Several studies have shown that having a pet can reduce depression, encourage healthier habits, and increase feelings of connectedness. Dopamine used to be known as the feel-good chemical, but it's now being reclassed as the motivational chemical. So there's a lot of studies being done on dopamine at the moment, and actually what it does. And from what I can gather, yeah, it's when you feel good, your body releases dopamine, which then activates a part of the front of your brain. It starts firing off a lot more signals, which motivates you to take action, which is really interesting. So it's to do with the part of your brain that puts priorities in, you know, from highest to lowest in order. So what makes you feel like, oh, I've got to get that done now before I do this and before I do that. So it helps you take action and keeps you motivated. So if you're not feeling great, you're not feeling motivated, you're probably low in serotonin and low in dopamine. I used to have a 20-year-old cat called Mrs. Hildypuss, who was a boy. Amazing, Warren, amazing. Sounds amazing. Yeah, I mean, that's an old cat as well. Fair play for getting Mrs. Hildypuss to 20 years old. I think little Eric Catanar, my cat, got into 19, but it was all going a bit downhill for him. Definitely time to call it a day. Last one. If you take anything away from this, obviously you'll know a bit more of the science now. What's this? Anna says I had a dog called Snoop after Snoop Doggy Dog. Excellent work, Anna. If you're taking one point away, take this one away, because this is the one that will be the easiest to implement and will change your life if you can get this right. And it sounds really melodramatic saying it'll change your life, but it will do, because it can genuinely make you feel more relaxed for the rest of your life if you learn how to do this. An Indian yoga master called Amrit, who's a total legend, well funny. He taught me this in LA at a little retreat thing that I did out there. And it's about breathing and where you breathe into. Most people are like chest breathers and they just breathe shallowly into their chest. The Hibstar is here. Good evening, the Hibstar, or good day. You just catch us for the last way you can hack into your brain's chemicals to feel good. And it's all about breathing, okay? So most people, like I say, breathe into their chest, and they're quite shallow breaths, okay? You need to learn, or has anyone already done this, how to breathe into your diaphragm. We don't like doing this as modern people, because it means almost sticking your tummy out a bit. You know, when you breathe, your tummy's going to fill up a little bit with the air. So it makes you look like, you know, your tummy's going to stick out a bit, and people are like, oh no, I have to suck my stomach in. Oh, Simon Hibbs from earlier. All right, Simon Hibbs, how are we doing? Oh, well, you can watch the replay of this, Simon, if you've missed the first 6 points. And I'm going to upload it to actonthis.tv tomorrow morning, so you better watch this on there as well. But yeah, so most people don't like breathing into their stomachs. Carol says she's done this, but it's one way to tap into something called your parasympathetic nervous system, and that's like it's called the rest and digest nervous system, the thing that calms you down, makes you feel good. It's why people say when you're panicking, just calm down, take deep breaths, because it works. All right, it's cliched, but it's because it works. It's science. And yeah, if you can learn how to breathe into your diaphragm, it's going to totally change kind of like the state of being that you will live at day to day. All right, Stu's here as well. So diaphragm breathing, guys. All right, taking long deep breaths into your tummy slows your heart rate, and it activates the calm parasympathetic nervous system. Carol says you have to do this when you sing. Yeah, absolutely, to get good control if you're a singer. And the parasympathetic nervous system is the rest and digest nervous system. So what you've got to do, right, is you do this, and you can do this with a friend as well, but you've got to place your hand, or get your friend to place their hand, or place a book, or just whatever, you know, you've got to hand on the center of your stomach, a couple of inches below your lungs, and take slow, full breaths. Now breathe normally first, and watch whether that book or that hand or whatever rises. Don't try and affect it straight away, because you'll probably find 9 out of 10 of you, I was one of these people as well, naturally just breathe into your chest. You don't breathe into your stomach. Fanny says kids do this naturally. So count to 6 and make your hand move in and out with each inhale and exhale. After you get the hang of it, you can practice diaphragmatic breathing anywhere without using your hand. Obviously, you don't want to go outside an audition, lie on the floor and put a book on your stomach. That would be weird. But yeah, if you can do it, I mean, do it now with me. Let's just have a little breath. Okay, normally people breathe like this. It's just here. But if you practice and go, probably a bit boring for a Periscope, innit? Just watching Ross breathe. But yeah, belly out, Steve. Yeah, exactly. Push it out. It honestly, I swear, almost instantaneously you will feel calmer. You really, really will. And if you can do this daily, so it becomes literally automatic, and it's where you breathe from naturally, I promise you, you will feel less nervous, less anxious, you know, less stressed, just by default, by doing nothing else but learning how to breathe properly. It's also good when you're stressed when going in for auditions, says Carol. Absolutely. It's the best advice for life, the breath, Fanny. Exactly. Well, without it, I wouldn't be here. Without breathing, I would be unconscious on the floor, soon to be dead. That would be a tragedy. So let's go back. Well, tragedy depending on who you are. It'd be a tragedy for me. My mum would probably miss me, but you know, hopefully you guys would. It's very important. Works for me, says Alex. So let's go 7 to 1 for those who've just joined. These are 7 ways to tap into hack the chemicals in your brain, the feel-good chemicals in your brain, things like oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine, endorphins. Okay, this is how you can increase more production of those chemicals. Number 7 was diaphragmatic breathing. Okay, diaphragm breathing. Number 6, we all love this. Go and spend some time with a pet, you know, or someone else's pet, or volunteer at like a dog sanctuary. That's not a sanctuary for dogs, is it? It's donkey sanctuary or a dog home. Stu loves his cat. Spend time with your cat, Stu. It's going to chill you out. It's why they take like pets in at old people's homes from time to time. If they're not allowed to have pets, they just take them in, don't they, and let them run around. Saw that in Derek, Ricky Gervais, legend. Number 5, splash cold water on your face. It's literally going to physiologically change the way you feel. It's going to slow down your breathing. It's going to slow your heart rate down. and it's going to tap into that vagus nerve, which is it's going to just make you feel, you know, more relaxed, less panicky. Get him to breathe proper, Stu, says Carol. Don't know who you're talking about, but maybe you're talking about his cat, Carol. But if his cat could breathe properly and Stu was then stroking the cat breathing properly, I mean, bloody hell. Double whammy that, innit? Oh, and his cat's deaf. My cat went deaf, Stu. It did have some advantages because you could then hoover and he wasn't that bothered. Whereas previously, the minute you turn that hoover on, he'd be up on the windowsill, he'd be throwing up. I think he's a little bit panicky. He needed to breathe from his stomach, my cat. 4, remember some happy memories. Remember some happy memories. That's why we love nostalgia. We love thinking of happy times. It's going to increase that serotonin in your body, okay? It's going to flood your brain with serotonin. Yeah, I can sing and he doesn't flinch. She's talking about his deaf cat. Yeah, goes that way, mate, unfortunately. Mine went exactly the same. 3, put your feelings down on paper. Okay, get your feelings down on paper. Any way you can express your feelings linguistically, whether that's writing them down or talking, you know, talking to your friends, or if not, writing it in a diary. It's going to slow down the activity within your amygdala, the part of your brain that's like the alarm sensor that makes you panic and feel anxious. Write it down. It's going to clear your head. It's going to calm that part of your brain down. Number 2, beautiful one. Get out in the sun, but we're not having any sun. That's the only problem I'm hearing you say right now, and I don't know what to do about that, bar book a holiday and go abroad. But getting out in the sun is again going to increase your serotonin levels, which is going to help you balance your mood, and it's also really going to improve your melatonin production. Your melatonin production is essential if you want to get a good night's sleep, and if you really want to hack, you know, biohack your melatonin levels, and you're in the UK where you can't buy melatonin shots, it's a hormone, you're not allowed to buy it, it's illegal. You buy and get yourself some blue light blocking glasses, okay, and you put those on. They're like orange glasses. You put them on at night, blocks all of the blue wavelength light, and then that effectively tells your brain it's evening, start producing melatonin please mate. Your brain goes, all right Ross, I'll crank that up, and then you're going to be in full flow by the time you go to bed, and you're going to get a really great night's sleep. Can't go doctors if really low. There is vitamin D tablet. Yes, there is, absolutely. Yeah, you can get vitamin D tablets if you just can't get out in the sun. Not sure on the effects of that in terms of, I mean, obviously, you know, it's vitamin D is produced by sunlight, but yeah, hopefully, I don't know if that would affect serotonin levels. I don't know exactly how that works. We'll look that up, Carol, though, let you know. And then number 1, super simple. This is the oxytocin neurotransmitter. The easiest way to get oxytocin, or the cuddle chemical, or the morale molecule, or whatever you want to call it, is just either give somebody a hug or get a hug of somebody. Okay, super simple. I will put all these slides as well. The slides always go up on the replay, guys. The replay for this scope will be available. If you're watching this scope replay on Twitter or something like that, then get yourself to actonthis.tv. Stu gives free hugs. Alex says get out and have some fresh air as well. That helps you sleep. Definitely, Alex. Yeah, get yourself to actonthis.tv, and you'll see on the homepage, just on the right hand side, you'll see on Periscope this week, or this week on Periscope it'll say, and you'll see this replay from tomorrow. You'll see the other 108 replays. Can you believe it? This is Periscope 109, guys. This is another 108 of those, and they are a mixture of motivation and mind hacks like this scope, and also the book club Periscopes that we do as well. Stu says nice site. Thank you, Stu. Appreciate you being a part of it, mate. And the reason that we've looked at all this happiness stuff tonight and these tapping into the feel-good chemicals is because we're looking at the moment on the book club Periscopes on Wednesday nights. We're looking at the Happiness Advantage by Stu Acor. I don't know how you say his name. I still haven't tweeted him. I need to figure out his name. If it had an N in it and it was Anchor, we take that out, it'd be Acker, wouldn't it? Stu Acker. Let's just call him Stu Acker, even though that's what we call him. But this is basically the 7 principles that fuel success and performance at work, so that you can be happier, and then thus if you're happier, you're more motivated, you get more done, you have more success. Surprised exercise wasn't on there. Which hormone? Oh, you know what? Exercise, Sam, is related to about 19 chemicals, okay? Things like cannabinoids, which are the natural feel-good relaxant chemicals that people find in cannabis. That's why people take cannabis, you know, because it makes them feel good. You can get that naturally. Don't take cannabis, it's bad. Just get out there and exercise. You will get that anyway. Yeah, I wrote an article on actonthis.tv. If you just search on actonthis.tv for exercise in the search bar, it'll bring up an article and an infographic that I created on all of the chemicals that you get from exercising for just a short time as well, just like 20 minutes exercise. Each one leads to the next, and you flood your body with amazing feel-good chemicals when you exercise. It's literally, it's so important. It's a key to life. It's why I exercise. You know, it's why I get up in the morning, 6:15, get in the gym for 6:45, get the guns out. His name is pronounced Acre, Ross. Excellent, Fanny. Thank you for that. So, okay, so Sean Acre, not Acker or Acre, Stuart Acre. Cheers, Fanny. We know that now. Get this book as well, guys, from Amazon. Great book. About, what did I pay for it? I'm sure I only paid about £7 for it. £8.99 it says, but I think it's a bit cheaper than that. I'm going to end on this quote, guys. We talked about happiness a lot tonight. The happiness advantage is coming on Wednesday night, but I want to end on this. It's a quote by a poet called Omar Khayyam, and it is simply this. Oh, you did, Fanny. You put a free link to that book as well. So there's a free PDF version of that book that Fanny's put in the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/ActOnThisTV. Please come and join, particularly if you're an actor. So that's facebook.com/groups/ActOnThisTV. Fanny's put a link in there so you can download that book for free. This is it, guys. Let's end on this. Be happy for this moment. This moment is your life. And that's it. That's what I want to finish on. All you have right now is this, us guys. This is it, our group, what we're doing here right now. So just be happy for this moment. Yeah, don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about whatever happened before you came on the scope tonight. This is it. This is all that we have right now. So be present, be happy, and get out there and hack your brain over the next week for more happiness. Flood your brain with more serotonin, more dopamine, you know, more oxytocin, more endorphins, okay? And let's drop our levels of cortisol and the stress hormones, the ones that make you feel bad, make you put on weight even, cortisol does. So we don't want to be stressed. We want to be more relaxed. And one way you will do that, particularly with point number 7, breathing through your diaphragm, like into your diaphragm, into your belly. Ross, what was that game show called again? Alex is still obsessed with the game show. It was called Win My Wage. Alex and a guy called Nick Hancock was he was only on for a week. He was the presenter. The Hipster says thank you. Pleasure, Hipster. Thanks for joining us. Warren says thanks, Ross. Sleep well, everybody. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Go and get a good night's sleep and keep in touch. I'll be back on Wednesday night for the book club on the Happiness Advantage with Sean Acre. Which I'm very happy to now know his name. And yeah, give me your thoughts and tweet me at Ross A. Grant. Tweet Act on This as well. It's at ActOnThisTV. And keep an eye out in the Facebook group for some Facebook Live stuff that I'm going to start playing with over the next week as well. With a view to eventually be dual broadcasting through Periscope like this, and I'll have Facebook Live here as well. It'll be very interesting, won't it? God knows if it'll work, but let's give it a go. Thanks, guys. Yeah, really appreciate you. Thanks for watching the replay. Appreciate all of you as well. I'll catch up with you very, very soon. Anna says thanks for the feedback. Anna, yeah, you posted that self-tape that you did. Great scene. All I would say is just take your time over that bit that I mentioned. But yeah, really good acting, natural, believed it. Yeah, keep going. Let's see more of it. And more people post your scenes on the Facebook group of your self-taping and that kind of stuff. Let us help you. Let us critique it in a positive way. It's going to help you get further faster. Awesome, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. I'll catch up with you very, very soon. Bye for now.